Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Inside the Circle. It's a new episode, it's a new series. Welcome. This is the January recap episode. What we're going to do by this is we are going to recap everything that happens in the hockey world over each month. Don't worry, we're still going to have the interviews with your favorite athletes from all over the world. We're still going to do that, but we want to make sure the hockey world comes together. So we're going to do these recap episodes as well. We started doing this during the Paris Olympics, and I think it was really good. People were able to find out scores and what happens. We want to do that again throughout the year for everyone as well. And January had a wealth of tournaments that we could pick from, so we started quite well. The first one being the men's indoor European Championships. This took place in Heidelberg in Germany. Reigning champions Germany were definitely favourites to go back to back for this. The group stages went pretty much to script, I think, and it was really when the semi-finals came into place when some interesting results came out of it. Poland beat the Germans in the semi-finals, so it meant that Germany, Spain played for bronze, and Austria, Poland were in the final gold medal match. Now, the bronze medal match was definitely a nail-biter. Spain started early, getting ahead, though in typical German fashion, they clawed back victory in the end, right up until the third quarter. I must say, Spain played unbelievably, and they came back, got in the last quarter for 2 goals to win. This gave them a 6-5 win, and this was Spain's first medal since 2006. So congratulations, Spain, winning the bronze in that. It's led on quite nicely into the gold medal match. It was a strong back and forth between Austria and Poland, and I really do think it was two teams that we don't normally associate with hockey, but are brilliant in the indoor game. And really, the goals came in the second and third quarter, giving the final scores 3-all. Took it to a shootout, very close by both teams. It came down to the last attempt, which saw Austria coming out in top. This was their fourth time winning gold. So again, Austria, not normally a team that you associate playing hockey, but their indoor performance is unbelievable. Some other during this tournament, Turkey won their first ever match in the Euro Indoor Championships, which is just fantastic. This is the first time in the A division they got their first ever win. Unfortunately, they beat Ireland, but we're not salty about that. It gave them 9th place in the tournament. Portugal equaled their best ever finish, coming in second, being the Czechs. And Italy and Croatia both got promoted from the tier 2 division up into the top tier. Italy, this is their first time since 2010, and Croatia will be back in for the 2028 version of this. But don't worry, more indoor hockey came. The women's indoor Europeans was shortly after. This time it was took place in Prague. Again, the Germans were pretty much favourites to win this coming into the tournament. And again, the group stages went pretty much to script. The bronze medal match was between Austria and Spain. It was a tight back and forth match once again. Both teams ended up 2-all and a lot of yellow cards in the last quarter. But Austria scored literally in the last seconds of the game to get the win and gave Austria their third ever indoor European medal. The gold medal match was between Germany and Czech. It was a very strong Germany performance throughout, very much showing their dominance with a 5-2 win. Though the Czechs did fight really well throughout. They got the first and the last goals of the match, though it didn't really stop the Germans throughout. The Germans did get the gold medal, and this was their 18th time winning the indoor Europeans, which is a scary statistics. 18 times gold medal winners. Again, other achievements during the tournament were the Ireland women won their first ever match for 36 years, forgive me, and it was against Lithuania, and they got 9th place for that. So a bit of redemption for the Irish teams, thanks to the women. Switzerland had their best ever finish, coming 7th, beating Poland. And Italy will make the return to the top tier thanks to their gold in tier 2. And Turkey will make their third ever appearance in the tier 1 tournament after their win as well. So all around, I must say the indoor tournament that both Germany and Prague held were fantastic. The attendance for both tournaments were brilliant, so it was great to see that indoor hockey is still alive and well for international matches as well. And I think we sometimes forget that there are other countries outside the big ones that play outdoor, normal hockey, as we'll call it. But it's really, really good to see those smaller European countries fighting so hard. You also have outside of Europe, you have the likes of South Africa, who are a steady outdoor team, but absolutely fantastic in the indoor. Um, and it really does show that it's almost two different sports. Yes, they're both hockey, but they're played so differently. The angles that you can play off the boards, how low you have to be, the speed of the passing. It's a great sport, and I encourage anyone to go and watch it. If it's just clips online, or if you can get to a top tier, like even the German Bundesliga indoor is just a spectacle to watch, and it's something that you should definitely have a look at. If you can have a go at it, absolutely, you can only benefit your outdoor skills by playing indoor. How to get low, really good strong tackles, all of that, it'll benefit you massively. But we'll leave indoor behind. We'll go to the dizzying heights from Germany and Prague to the quite different temperature and climate to India. So we had the Hockey India League, the second time of this new iteration of the Hockey India League. And we'll start off with the women's. So obviously the second season of it. Four teams were ready to take battle once again in the second season of this. This year in the Hockey India League, they brought in the neon sock table, which is basically their top goal scorer. So the top goal scorer, every sort of set of matches, was given the neon socks, so you can identify them on the pitch, which I think is a great idea because it gives that element of, oh, why are they wearing neon socks? Oh, they're top goal scorer, and it gives a bit of talking points, I think, to the matches, and it's not just, you know, what's happening. It gives a bit of information and people can find that. So I think it's something that the players and the spectators can get behind, and hopefully for the third iteration next year they do another one. So if it's, you know, most clean sheets for goalkeepers get a different smock, something like that, I think it would be very, very cool. They do it in cricket quite a lot, where, you know, most runs, most wickets, they'll get a different color baseball cap. So I think it's something we can introduce into hockey quite nicely, and I think this is one of the first steps that the Hockey India League took. So 12 matches took place for the women's between these four teams. It led to the SG Pipers and the Bengal Tigers final. It was a close final, and the Tigers went 1-0 up in the second quarter. The Pipers cut it very, very close, getting an equalizer in the fourth quarter, which then took it to a shootout. Shootouts went back and forth. It came right down to the last shootout, and the SG Pipers won a penalty flick off it, and from that, Laura Rea was stepped up and scored, winning the match for them. SG Pipers won the second season, obviously of the Hockey India League, but they finished bottom of season one, which I think is brilliant. Shows the development of the team. Whether that is they were able to buy more players in, or the other teams weren't able to have as many international players, strengthening them. But I think it's it shows development. Hopefully we can get a couple more teams into that women's division and really start getting into a proper tournament for them. I think it will benefit everybody, really. Benefit the sport, benefit India hockey. A couple tournament winners from that. India, in the Hockey India League, they give out some, what's the word? It's very early in the morning when I'm recording this, so I do forgive me. It's so that the goalkeeper of the tournament was India and SG Pipers Bansari Solaki. The player of the tournament was again India and SG Pipers Navi Kaur. The top goal scorer was actually the Argentinian and the Bengal Tigers player, Ostina Golansky. And the upcoming player was the SG Pipers and India's Solata Topo. I have butchered all of the pronunciation of those names, and please forgive me. Again, hopefully we can get a couple more teams in that women's side, making a bit more of a bigger tournament and a bigger spectacle, both for India's women's hockey, and getting more players out for them, and also just the sport in general. I think it will be good to see more teams in it. I mean, the men's have 8 teams, so if we can even get 6 for the women and 8 for the men, I think it'll be a good balance for them and just get the spectacle going a bit more again. that leads quite nicely into the men's hockey India League. It was obviously again the second season of this new iteration. The neon socks for the top goal scorers was well underway as well. They had 8 men's teams and 31 matches, which led up to the finals. Third and fourth place would be contested by the Hyderabad Tufans and the HIL GC team. This was a close back and forth match. Quarter one saw GC take the lead. Hyderabad got an equalizer in quarter two and then went up 2-1 in that same quarter. So again, really strong performance for them, come back. And then Hyderabad added a third one in the third quarter. The final quarter, GC had an attempt of a comeback, but it was a strong winning performance in the end by Hyderabad, winning 4-3 in the end. Hyderabad Tufans are the only team to have medalled in both the first season and this season. So again, great consistency from that team. They got a bronze medal this season after medaling last season. I think that's great. Again, another strong performance from them, and not a team that you would instantly recognize. So again, it's good to get new teams building through quite nicely for them. The final took place between the Kalinga Lancers and the Ranchi Royals, two of the big teams in the tournament. Quarter one was unbelievable. It ended up 1-1. It was just an electric performance from both teams. Quarter two, the Lancers extended their lead to 3-1. It was a far more dominant display. It was a bit less edgy from both teams. I think the game had settled. The players had settled in the sort of height of it all, and it definitely came down to a very strong performance from the Lancers. Quarter three, it remained the same scoreline of 3-1, but Ranchi were putting unbelievable pressure on. Really good attacking play, good pressure from them, and it was really Lancers' defense that kept them in it. It was interesting to see how the Royals set up, really put the pressure on them, but unfortunately, no sort of reward came from it. And though quarter four, the pressure kept from the Royals, it led to a goal. It was 3-2, but unfortunately, they just ran out of time. I think if they had maybe another 5 minutes, they probably could have got an equalizer and took it to shootouts. But it was not to be for the Royals this year. So Kalinga Lancers won the Hockey India League for this year. And in the men's side of things, their sort of tournament winners, their goalkeeper of the tournament was India and the Nadu Dragons, Prince Deep Singh. Again, he had a great tournament. Couple of clean sheets, kept their team in it from a lot of pressure from some of those bigger, more powerful teams with the sort of more recognizable players in it, I should say. The player of the tournament was India and the Hyderabad Tufans, Amanpreet Lakra. Again, younger player coming through, few caps from India in the junior leagues, coming through quite nicely into the seniors for that pro league event that's coming up next month. Top goal scorer, it was Belgium and Ranchi Royals, the incredible Tom Boone. I think he pretty much was top goal scorer from the first set of matches and just continued that throughout. It just sort of cements him as one of the world's best players, and hopefully he takes that sort of mentality and ability to score from this tournament into the Pro League, where he's going to be leading Belgium out for some of those matches. Hopefully he gets a few more goals, keeps Belgium sort of run alive. And the upcoming player was India and the HIL GC's team, Bortatalem. Again, I have butchered all of these names, probably bar Tom Boone, and I do apologize if any of them listening. Please don't come for me. I'm just, I'm not that great. But again, it was another successful season for both the men's and the women's in the Hockey India League. I think if we can get a few more teams for the women's, like I was saying, it would definitely increase the sort of spectacle of it all. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens for the third iteration, the third season of it, and see if we can get a few more of those neon sock tables going for it. But January also saw, outside of the tournaments, a few product releases from some brands, which is always great. Of course, I have to mention these. January, we saw Mizuno drop their sort of new season colors. They dropped their colorway in their Panthera and Leopardish shoe. So it's the white and celeste. So it's a white shoe with sort of a celeste blue accent through it. It's very, very nice. It carries on the success of their white and blue shoe that they had this season. So it's already, since it came in, it's gone unbelievably well. We also saw the launch of, certainly for us, we saw the launch of the Atakama shoe dryer from Save Our Souls, something that I think most hockey players definitely require, which is it's a shoe dryer. So you plug it into the wall, put your shoes on after a match or training, give it half an hour, 40 minutes, and you've got dry, slightly less smelling shoes, which I think, from like I said, most hockey players is something that we desperately need. So it's great to see something coming in to fix that issue. You can use sort of those alongside the likes of the Smell Well sort of sachets to keep everything dry as well. But the big sort of product release for this year was the start of the year was the Osaka SS26 range. Osaka dropped two ranges throughout the year. So they have the SS range and then the FW range. So spring, summer range, and FW is the fall, winter range. So this range, I was very lucky to go with the boss Stephen over to Osaka in Belgium to have a look at this before it launched. Unbelievable range. I think it's one of their best that they've come out with. It's a full range of sticks, shoes, bags, accessories, everything that you can need. And yeah, it's just a fantastic range. It's back to Osaka's best. Nice, clean Osaka branding throughout. Nice design on the inside. And I think the sticks, bags, and shoes look really, really well. If you want to check them out, obviously we have all those bits and pieces on our website. But in typical Osaka fashion, they decide to drop quite a nice video in a nice old vintage house, showing the sticks and the bags and the shoes. It looks really well. It's on our social medias. Definitely go check it out. And in typical Osaka fashion, they've done something most hockey companies would just love to do. But again, going away, I'll stop promoting things. It's not what you're here to listen to. We also had some quite big hockey news throughout this month. Again, said we were going to start doing this at the start of the month, and then typical loads of things happen, which is great for me because I have stuff to talk about. I didn't have this first episode being a panic. Oh crap, I've nothing to chat to you about. But we have some big news in the hockey world. One of the biggest being that the 2027 European Championships are being held in London, and it's going to be a split venue. So the group stages and quarterfinals are going to be held in the usual Lee Valley Hockey Centre, which brilliant venue. It'll be great to see that full with all the different European countries. But the big news is that the semi-finals and finals are going to be held in the Twickenham Stoop, which is the rugby team Harlequins. It's their home ground. They've but it's going to be converted into a hockey pitch with the stadium around it. I think it's going to be brilliant. They did this at a pro league and qualifiers a few seasons ago, and it just looked brilliant. The stadium was full. The hockey pitch looked great in the middle of the ground, and it really brought some great atmosphere to it. So I think if we can do this for Europeans, if Hockey England can do this for Europeans, I think it'll look even better. You can get your tickets now. They're available for both the group stages and quarterfinals and the semi-finals and finals. I'd definitely go check it out. If you can make it, there'll be some unbelievable hockey that's going to be played, plus some great venues as well. Second sort of biggest of the month was back over in Holland. Duco Tellenkamp, Dutch superstar and Olympic winning shootout taker, is moving from Kampong to Amsterdam Hockey Club for the next season, which is a big move. He's been with Kampong for the past 4 seasons. It's really been his sort of home and where he's been able to develop such skills with them. But Duco said in Instagram post that he put out to say that he's had 4 years with them and he's ready to embark on a new adventure. I think this could be really interesting. club, Hockey Club Amsterdam, have some really good players there already. So I think it could be a good move for him. He's still young. He's got plenty of time to still sort of develop that side of things for him, where it's top clubs, top players, and it could be something that he could get some real good inspiration and knowledge from. So I think it could be a good move for him. He could sort of go over there and sort of hold his own and become a real superstar over there for them. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes for him. In some other news, interesting, I think this one is ex-Indian captain Manpreet Singh has been left out of the Indian 33-man squad for the Pro League that's taking place over in India. I think it's a bold move for the management team and the selectors, since he is one of the biggest names in Indian hockey. He's certainly fit. He's proved himself with the likes of the Hockey India League that he took place in, and it could be something that the management, coaches, selectors are going, right, he's maybe coming to the end of his hockey career. I don't think he is. I think he's still a fantastic player, and they might be going in some different direction. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Obviously, we'll keep you updated once if any more information comes out. But it's going to be an interesting one. We'll see how things develop from that. In slightly more sadder news, Australia Hockey mourn the loss of Michael Nobbs. He was a decorated Kookaburra and hockey coach over there. He won 76 international caps between 1979 and 1985, and he definitely will be missed by most of us. Well, all of Australian hockey. He was a big part of a lot of players, top end players, entry level players' lives, and I think he'll be missed by the entire hockey family, really. But to bring it back, I put it out on our social medias a few weeks ago about wanting to promote your guys. You guys listen to this, watch this. Even if you don't, it's still hockey, still part of your life, and we want to share the news that you have. It may not be big money transfers like moving from Kampong to Club Amsterdam, but anything like that is something that we want to share, and we definitely encourage you to send us any news of your hockey career that you can. You can send it on social medias, or you can send it to us on the email, which is insidethecirclepod@gmail.com. And it's something that we want to be able to share with you guys. We had a few submissions, but I think the one that touched us all here anyway, the most is a mother and her son from Japan got in contact with us to say that the goods that we sent out managed to arrive the day before his birthday. He was able to open it on his birthday and get to go on his first train session on his birthday with all his new sticks and shoes. I think it's a brilliant story. They were really thankful, and it was really sweet to hear this story coming from basically the other side of the world. And it just shows that, yeah, really, we're all the same. We just want to be able to play hockey and show off our new hockey stuff that we do get. We thought it was really touching. We wanted to share it with you guys. We did post it again on our socials a few weeks ago as well, but just wanted to share it again. I know this was a different one. I want to thank you all for listening and watching, if you did, because I know it's 25 minutes or 20 minutes of me just chatting rubbish, and you'd much rather hear me chatting rubbish to someone who actually plays hockey better than me. But thank you very much for this recap episode. Like I said, if you want to share your news and you want to get this involved, it can be from a hockey club, it can be from individuals, it can be from parents, anything. And the smallest thing can be news to share. So don't hesitate to send it to us. Like I said, you can send this on socials or on the email. It'll all be in the description below. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and follow us on iTunes and Spotify as well. And one more thing to say, guys, is thank you very much. The past few seasons of this have been really successful. It's been great to see that so many people have wanted to engage in hockey content. And I think one of the things that I got from chatting with Matthew Ramshaw in the episode that we did with him is there isn't a lot of hockey content out there. And you don't have to be an international superstar. You can be Joe Blogs playing for you know, 6th 11 team. I think one of the best ones out there that shows just the genuine nature of hockey is there's a person out there, Ramos, on social media. Again, I'll link him and I'll do all that. I think it's great to see normal people playing hockey and showing off. Actually, this is what you do every Saturday, and this is why we enjoy the sport. And it's great to see every time he posts, who he's been playing against and all that. So that's the kind of stuff that we want to see. Share it with us. We want to show that to the world. And once again, guys, thank you very much. If you didn't want to watch me for 25 minutes, which is fair enough, you can listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. And if you don't want to listen to me and you want to watch me, you can watch it on YouTube and on Spotify as well. But guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next recap episode.